Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I should be live. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let me check. Let me check. Yes, I am live. All right, I can take off my earphones. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I think you can see me well. Hello, Twitch. Hello, hello, YouTube, mostly, of course. Thank you all for joining. And, well, the title is Blitz Challenge for Arab Chess. And I'm gonna play Amr Jawish. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing my friend's and former student name, best player of Lebanon, 2300 ELO. And without any further ado, 3+2, FIDE master from Lebanon, Amr Jawish. Let's go. Let's go with e4. Yes. Why am I not live? Yes, I am live. Am I live? Yes, I am. Finally, I don't know what happened. Apologies for that. I'm gonna wait for extra time from Amro to run out, and I'm gonna play this knight e2 move. Knight e2 move. I hope you can see my stream. Yes, you are seeing my stream. We're back in business. I don't know what happened. Apologies, my sincere apologies. All right, I hope it will not repeat again. I restarted everything before the stream, and I hope it goes smoothly from now on. Knight c3. And okay, let me play this g3 line that is not fashionable these days. My main weapon is f3 in this position. Oh no, again? Do we have a problem again? It is okay, no problem. I'm just checking my stream. I changed a little bit the setting to the best possible stream. I hope the stream is not interfering. Okay, bishop g2 is the move now. Bishop g7, I go knight c6, and I think there's a move like this. My good friend Vladimir Onishchuk played it many times. Oh, knight g4. Okay. And I already forgot what is the proper way to go here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What do I do? What do I do now? I have a check. It's bishop d7. I think it's f4. I think it's f4. I think that is the move. If d e5, I take. I play h3. And I think it's good. And if castle, I play h3, knight h6. Do I play g? I do not remember. Yeah, that is the problem. Playing dubious sidelines is a good idea for Blitz. However, you should memorize them really well. So I should not have played g3 because I didn't check it before the match. So I'm gonna have to use my own device now. Yeah, castle is the right move. I think it's h3. The knight has to go to h6. And then it looks awful. Black has castled. My king is in the center. Yeah, I think I go g4 now because the pawn is not hanging. Takes, pawn takes, and knight on h6 is stuck. I think this is the move. Although I do not remember it. I do not remember it. Please let me know in the chat. Hello, Amro Muawiyah. Let me know in the chat if there's any problem with the stream, because I may not see it that very second. I hope it goes smoothly. I changed the setting to minimum delay, and I think this is the way to go. So the knight is stuck here. I cannot win it yet. because g5 it's knight f5. But it cannot really move anywhere. My next move could be like bishop f4 maybe. Maybe knight jumps to d5. I think I have a good position. f6 could be played, but I can just ignore that move. f6 I can just ignore, because after takes, well, black lost 2 tempos and the pieces are still bad. Thank you, Amro. The stream is fine. I hope so. I hope it. Apologies for that problem. I wonder how it would look like in my YouTube channel after that. The game is very good. Thank you so much. Hold on. Oh, bishop e6. So it was no time delay there. Bishop to e6. So he clearly stopping my d5. Any move to d5 basically. I need to complete my development for sure. So I want to move my bishop and I want to castle long maybe. So maybe I go bishop d2, because taking on b7, that's usually a poisoned pawn. Rook b8, bishop moves back. Although b2 is protected, I will not have a follow-up how to develop my pieces. So I'm just going to go bishop to d2 and castle long is my plan. 6 games, yes. No, not first to 6. We're going to play 6 games. Oh, his rating is 2500. Wow, I did not know that. Okay. I did not know that. My previous opponents were less rated and I struggled quite some time. Okay, f5. That's an interesting move. If I take, knight comes into play. If I don't, he would take and take with the knight. Okay. If I push, it's knight f7 and I lose too many arrows, I lose my pawn. So what do? I can recapture, and then castle long. That looks logical to me. And now b7 is hanging and rook e1 is coming. I think I have a good position. Yeah, how does he protect the pawn? Does he go f5 to open the bishop? I don't think so. Well, maybe at some point he would have to do it. Okay, I'm taking that pawn. That pawn looks tasty to me. I take the pawn. Now black has to come up with it. My next move is rook h to e1. Just complete the development. Or maybe bishop f4. Maybe I go bishop f4 now. I have extra pawn. I want to exchange some pieces. So I'm ready to trade rooks, any pieces. Yes, like this. And then maybe I want to capture and put a piece on e4, and that should be decisive, I would say. Or maybe exchange the bishop first. King f7 is a good move. Yeah, king f7. I think I can do this. Yeah, I think I'm winning. King e7. I take. Then I give a check. Then I go to a6. I'm dominating. That should be an easy win. And now it's time to bring the heavy world champion. E3 is fine because bishop h6. Yeah, just push the pawns. And then my knight is coming to d5. And my king is coming to e4. All my pieces are coming in. And I keep all my pieces on white squares, just to show off. Let's just take just one more black piece. Now let's attack and exchange. Yes, so that was a good win. I'm happy with the win. I appreciate Amro's 6 games. Plus 15-second time that he gave me. Thank you, Amr. All right, 5 to go. 5 to go, and I think the stream is going fine. Okay, now it says that we're both streaming, which is good. Okay, great commentary, Sanjay says. Thank you so much. What do I do? Sicilian. Let's try Sicilian. Sicilian is a good opening, and something Let's go e6. If cap d3. Ah, that's a nasty line. I hate it when they play it against me. Okay, I'm gonna put the pawn here. Queen e2 immediately. Ah, that's an interesting choice. I wanted to go bishop d6 and knight g7, but now it is not a possibility. So bishop e7. Knight to f6. Let's go b6. I think I can do it. So the point, I'm gonna try something here. Yeah, I wanted Taimanov Sicilian. It did not happen. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna delay castle, because after castle e5 is a very dangerous line for black, despite what engines are saying. Rook to e1. Let's just put the bishop on b7, or queen on c7. Let's say queen c7. Oh, bishop f4. Oh my god, why did I forget about that move? Bishop f4. Because knight is usually on d2 already. He tricked me. He didn't put a knight on d2. And I remember queen goes to c7. Now it's a big mistake. Bishop to f4. I don't have e5 because e takes d5. Ouch. Bishop f4. Where would I move my queen? Oh my god. Queen c7. I analyzed this position with knight on d2. That's usually the way it goes. And so he tricked me with the move order. Knight c3. d4, he's gonna go knight b5 with the tempo, and then push e5. Can I castle? Let's just castle now, because I think usually knight on c3 is misplaced in this position. After e5, the knight has to go like this, and then h4, knight h2, knight g4. That seems like a long journey. Okay, knight goes to d7. And yeah, if the knight was on b2, it would be knight f1 followed by bishop f4. But now this knight is a little bit, not too much, a little bit out of the game. Knight b5, knight d6 does not look scary. So what is my plan now? Let's just put the bishop on a6. Oh my god, did I blunder knight d5? Knight d5 takes d6, queen moves, he takes d7, queen d7. No, I'm not losing, but come on, this is such a children's tactics. I should at least saw it coming. I have bishop d6. That's good. Takes bishop d6. What is my next move? Knight e5. Takes, rook to the center, protecting the pawn. And the position is about equal. Queen e7. Okay. Queen e7. How do I get rid of this queen? No, it's not equal. I cannot get rid of this queen. Well, I can, but it would take ages. I think I have to go like h6 and then rook to e8 and then queen d7, rook e1, intermediate check. Or do I go g6? g6 or h6? Usually h6 is the... Although if queens exchange, I won't have my pawn on g... Let's go h6. My next move would be rook to e8, but white can go rook e2 now. And I do not know what to do about that. Then I don't have any intermediate check. And my bishop is out of play. Maybe I should push d4 at some point, just to not protect it. But what do I do next? This queen is creating lots of trouble for me. Yeah, rook e5. Attacking my pawn. So I go d4 and now white triples the pieces on the e file. I'm in huge trouble. I am in huge trouble. Yeah. Bishop b5 maybe is my move now. Yeah, to cover the e8 square, to have idea to take and play rook e8. And maybe I can survive. Yes, now I think I take. And rook e8. And then a4. I go bishop d7. Yeah, takes. Rook 8. My next move is capture and bishop d7 and kick away the rook. Or king f8, depending on what black is, on what white is doing. Oh my god, reconnecting again? What is going on? Yeah, I think I'm live again. I do not know what is going on. I do not know. I do not know. I'm gonna add a few seconds to Amr too. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know. It's the first time in my streaming experience that that I have such problems. Thank you all for waiting. Thank you all for waiting. I guess I would add my opponent so that we have equal time. And on a4, I'm gonna think again. Thank you all for still watching. I really appreciate it. The stream stopped again. Thank you. I noticed that. Something wrong with my internet connection. I restarted everything. All my devices are not connected to internet except my laptop. So I hope that works. I hope that works. Okay. So how can I somehow remove my time? How can I make my time smaller? I'm gonna add, okay, so that we have approximately equal time. I wanted to play bishop d7. Yeah, or takes and bishop d7. I don't see a big difference. So I'm gonna go bishop d7 now. Oh, bishop d5 is coming. Bishop d5 is coming. Maybe I should go king f8. King f8 takes, rook takes. Yes, king f8 is a good move. Because rook on e1 is hanging. Oh! Where did all my time go? If rook takes, do I take with the rook or do I take with the bishop? Time control is wrong. Yes, refresh my page. Yeah, I can see it. Can I refresh my page? No, I may lose the game. I'm not sure if I can refresh it. Let's see, let me go to Lichess one more time. It's all good. I think it's good. So now he has to take. Yeah, I think everything is all right. I think everything is all right. Yeah, rook takes. Now I have to choose. Do I want the rooks to be on the board or do I want to exchange them? I guess I want to exchange them. Yeah, I want to exchange the rooks. I want to exchange because there's only one open file. My opponent is controlling it. And maybe in the long run, I can use the fact that these pawns are on white squares. So I'm gonna obviously move my king somewhere to the center. Or maybe I try to go here. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to go there. But then king goes to d2 and there's even no Zugzwang. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna offer a bishop exchange. Bishop d5. Why? Okay, my king is going. My king is going. So I need to put all my pawns on black squares. Yeah, I can refresh without losing the game? Okay, I did not know that. I'm gonna refresh it. Let's see. Yes, thank you. I did refresh it. f3. Usually you should put pawns on f4 without hesitation. So what do I do now? King d6, definitely. I need my pawns on g5 and f6. And then it is quite possible, I've analyzed some pawn ending that could be a draw. Offer a draw, this game is not fair because of my technical difficulties. I'm not sure. Winning position for black, really? No, I have advantage. I have a decent advantage. But I don't know what to do about it. So f6. Oh, f5, f4 would be good. So my next move is, I should have played king e5. Why didn't I play king e5? King e5 stopping f4, and then f5, f4 is unstoppable, and then I can focus completely on the queen side with my plan a6, b5, for example. Now f4 is a good move for white. Oh, but then my bishop can get in. Okay, so now I'm sticking with my plan, king e5. This draw theoretically, I don't know. Even if it's a theoretical draw, I'm the only one playing for a win. f5. Do I go h5, h4? That's my question. h5, h4. Yeah, I'm not sure why is that beneficial. No, I want to keep the h pawns. So my next move is f4. He cannot take because my king is coming in. But if he goes g4, I can go h5 first and then f4. And then I'm gonna take and he wouldn't have g4 move. Maybe I do that. Hold on a second. But h5, it's h4, takes, king f4, bishop b7. Yeah, I'm gonna go f4. Yeah. Strong and simple. Okay, now I wanna go h5. h3, I want to go h4. And then my bishop goes here. And what do I do next? I come back with the king. Maybe I sacrifice a pawn with c4. And then come in like this. What else can I do? Can go king c7, bishop b7 and transpose to a pawn ending. But that pawn ending would be a draw. Okay. What can I do? How can I possibly play for a win here? I think c4 could be the way to go. c4 and king is coming. c4, dc4, king c5, bishop somewhere, king b4, and then king c3. I don't see any other plan because going to pawn ending will not bring me anything. Maybe king c7 and b5 could be a nice trick. And that could be a Zugzwang at some point. No, there would be no Zugzwang. Okay, let's just I'm gonna repeat the moves a little bit. I'm gonna repeat moves. And now I'm going c4. At least that's an idea to play for a win. White should try to maneuver the bishop to e4, but that takes a lot of time. Yeah, I think I'm winning. Now just move the bishop away. Let's say here. The pawn is lost. And I won. Okay. Thank you, Amr, for adding time on my clock. I do appreciate it. I do hope that that was the last time I needed that. Yes, I'm guessing that was a draw. But again, only black were playing for a win. So even if it's a theoretical draw, you know, rook and bishop against the rook is a theoretical draw. But it doesn't mean they agree for a draw, right? c4, cool idea. Thank you, Sanjay. c4 is the move here, I've been told. Okay. Is he playing King's Indian or Grunfeld? Let's find out. Let's find out. King's Indian it is. Okay. 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 And let's say, let me put the bishop here. So far, 2 games. Again, I appreciate Amro's fair play with adding time on my clock. Rook b8, I think rook c1 is the move here. Rook c1. So I stopped e5, at least for the time being. And b5, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can play b5 because hold on a second. Can you play b5 here? I don't think you can do that. I don't remember why, but it's not a good move. I think either bishop d7 or something else. c4, wow, thank you for your comments. All right. It's not c5 here. It's not... Oh, it's knight d5, I think is the move here. I think it is knight d5. Or maybe I confused the lines completely. That's also a possibility. So b takes c4, knight f6, and then rook takes c4 with a tempo, and then b3. Black has okay position, but I think white has slight edge. So c takes d5, I'm gonna pre-move that. Okay, that's the problem that a lot of players have, where I'm trying to recall some old analysis instead of just focusing on the position in front of me. Why did Amr lost in the previous game? What was his blunder? He put all his... Well, maybe even closer to the very end, he had equality. I don't know that. But the problem he had was that all of his pawns, and I mean all of his pawns, were on the color of his bishop, which made my bishop a monster, and his bishop, well, not so good, to say the least. If he had put his kingside pawns on dark squares, I don't think it would never happen. The king just goes to d2 and holds the game. Do I go a3 here? Normally I want my pawn on b3. Knight a2, queen d2 traps the knight, but b3, bishop e6 is unpleasant. So I guess a3 with a tempo is justified here. I was reading Axel Smith's book and your game against him was featured in it. Yeah, I remember that one. You won a piece in life. No, it's not the proper way to say that I won a piece. He lost it. He lost a piece on move 8, that's true. In f3, interesting move against, that's only against Grunfeld. d4, knight f6, c4, g6, f3. Against King's Indian player, it does not make sense. Ouch, where do I keep my rook safe now? Oh, where do I put my rook? Okay, c3 I think is, because rook c2, bishop f5, rook c3 then, that looks awful. Black is doing very fine. Bishop to b7. Okay, now I need to focus on my position because I'm low on time. So bishop goes there with the tempo. And then I need to double my rooks. But knight a4 is the problem. Let me go queen c2. I think I can do that. Queen c2, bishop f3 takes, bishop d4, rook c7, bishop c5. Oh, I really want to go queen c2. Oh, knight d5. Oh my god, I cannot go queen c2. What do I do then? e3? Yeah, I don't like my position. I don't see how I can develop my pieces naturally. I need my pawn on e4. So I'm gonna do rook e1 now. c5 is now possible. c5 is a good move now. Takes bishop e4. What did I plan to do? Nothing. I don't have a good position. Knight d5 is coming. Rook back to c1. Wow, he's playing well. Okay, I'm gonna focus and not commentate. Maybe that would help. Sometimes it hurts, but maybe it would help. Knight d5. c5. Interesting. Yeah. b3 maybe next. Oh my god, knight e3 is coming. Brrr. Nice trick. I do not have a good position. Yeah, it's still good. Yeah, I think it's just equal. My pawn is advanced, and black doesn't have time to push his pawns. Yeah, I'm gonna offer a draw. Yeah, okay. A draw. I think that there was a big fight. I think I was worse the whole game. Early f3 move does work against King's Indian, but why would you limit yourself? If your opponent plays only King's Indian, you can play pretty much anything. The problem these days is not King's Indian, it's the Grunfeld. Okay, symmetrical classical position. Let's go. What's your move, Amro? Okay, Scotch it is. All right. All right, knight f6. I tried to play this line myself too. And let's say I go here. Don't remember my analysis. Again, another problem. You shouldn't do what I'm doing right now. It's d6. I think it's d6. How can I forget this one? It's move 6. That's embarrassing. Queen takes. There's some knight a3 move. a6 I think is correct. Rook e1, bishop e7. So far black has an extra pawn, but white is really ahead in development. And that's kind of a problem for me. It's harder to play for black, much harder. The knight is somewhere... Yeah, okay, there are some tricks with, on h2, but they are Not possible yet. I think check, bishop e7, knight h3, a6, something like that is the line. Bishop e7. b3 is also the move which leads to equality. b3, castle, bishop a3, queen d7. I think that's the line to equalize, b3. And I actually would be fighting for equality. b3, castle, bishop a3, queen d8 or queen d7. Bishop takes e7. Too late. Okay. Okay, c3. I can take, or I can castle. If I castle, it's cd4, and my knight on g4, I cannot use it. Knight takes d4 doesn't work. I think I should take on c3. Queen d6, cd6, that's a good endgame. Although white has compensation, but black has extra pawn. If dc, queen b3, I have castle. Yeah, I'm going all in here. Okay, I do have extra pawn. Knight takes c3, and white has really good compensation. Knight is jumping to d5, bishop to f4, but pawn is a pawn. So maybe at some point I can give it away. Yeah, I really need to castle. I can play knight e5 also, but I should delay that one. I think I should castle quickly. Even though queens are off the board, my king is not safe anymore. Coach, we want course about your games from 12 years old to Ukraine champion 2016. That would be a long course, a 1,000 game course or something. I will definitely think about that. I never thought about making a course like that, because my journey wasn't like up all the time. There was many bumps down that road. All right, so my bishop is hanging. That's not good. Can go to d8, bishop f4, and knight to e5. White takes everything and gets really active pieces with this draw agreed very soon. What else can I do? Not much. I cannot do much. Bishop d8, bishop f4. I should go for that endgame, and actually white is pressing quite some. Yeah, I think I should do this. I think bishop f4 is very natural and strong. My pawn is hanging. I have to put my knight on e5. White takes, I take with the pawn maybe. Although I would have to take that bishop either way, I think. And then bishop goes to e6. And I would have technically two bishop advantage. But white's knight on d5 is very good. My best games. That's a good proposition. I will definitely think about that. Chess-based Arabia. Okay. Okay, so all my pieces are on back rank. My only compensation is that I can grab two bishops. So I guess I'm gonna do it. And now I need to develop this rook, and knight e7 is coming, so I think I play this. What's my next move? Rook c8. Rook c8, rook to open file. So if white moves the knight, I'm gonna go bishop f6. That could be annoying. If white doesn't, then I have time to develop my rook at least. So I think I'm pressing a little bit because of two bishops in an open position. Knight e3, interesting. So rook is going to b5, that's my guess. Bishop f3, rook b5, takes, b6. Let's try. Bishop e6, rook b5, and now two threats. I cannot go bishop c8, that would be, although that would be creative, I must admit, but wrong. I want to keep two bishops, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna, take, maybe attack that knight, knight d6 and rook c2. Maybe that's a good try. I want to go b6, but that gives time to my opponent. Yes, knight e3. Now my pawn is hanging. I have to do something about it. So b6 it is. Rook d1, so I go rook d8, I suppose. With the play on both sides of the board, bishop is slightly better than the knight, but the knight is much more dangerous in blitz for forks and stuff. All right, so the pawn on b2 is hanging. So, but if I take, it's knight takes. That's his idea. Interesting. Yeah, knight takes, and I don't have time to pin. So I guess I move my king. And I guess I keep the rooks, because rook and bishop is a better combination than otherwise. Bishop f6. Rook d7 is the move now. King e8. g6. h5 maybe. Maybe bishop back. Maybe king is coming closer. f5, interesting. Bishop h6. Oh, knight d5 is coming. Ouch. That's not good. Knight d5, I'm worse. That is what I was. Ah, okay, knight d5 immediately was better. Okay, I'm shutting up because 5 seconds. Yeah. That's a draw, although white can, now white is pressing a little bit. Yeah, that's a draw. That's a draw. Okay. Okay. That was maybe boring, maybe interesting, depending what are your preferences. What are your preferences? So 2 draws, 2 wins for me, 2 draws. Now I want to win again. Okay, let's go e4. Let's go e4. 2 more games. Please consider liking this video. Again, it doesn't cost you anything, but it really pops up the this video on the YouTube for some weird reason. I would appreciate it a lot. Just like the video. There's my face, painting of my face to the right corner, where you can subscribe for my channel. Consider clicking on that one. Thank you all. Okay, knight b3. Bishop is well placed here because there's no knight g4. It's knight d5. Takes. Knight b4 is the move, usually. Knight b8 is slightly worse, I think. Okay. What do I do now? Queen usually goes to d2 in those positions. I don't want to reveal too much. That's my favorite line for white. So what can I do here? What can I do? Let's just go c4. Support my center. So this does look like one of the lines of Najdorf. However, the difference is that black, usually in Najdorf, the knight goes to d7 right away. And Knight goes to the it, so knight jumped back and forth, so black lost 2 tempos to arrive where it is right now. And white didn't lose so much time. And very often the bishop is still on f8, so it can go to g7. Knight goes to e2. So it's not completely obvious in whose favor this line is compared to the Najdorf. My knight is coming to c3, where it would be really well placed. Stopping b5, putting pressure here. b6. I think I'm gonna go a3 now. I wanna block the queen side. I wanna move my bishop away, because knight b3 was a problem. My next move is knight c3. My next move is knight c3, so I promised you that. There you go. Now the pawn on a4 is sort of in trouble. I had a very similar win like this last year in French teams against Hamdouche, I think. Yes, I think that was Hamdouche. I castled long and I got just a winning position. That's it. Black has no attack. Okay, black clearly intending b5. Okay. Okay. Clearly b5 is coming. Although it's not coming, because b5 I take and push d6. So I'm just gonna go king b1, secure my king. My plan is g4, h4, just push the pawns. And black is struggling for counterplay in this position. b5 is like the only one. f5 just helps me, I would say. At any moment I can take and win this pawn on a4. Maybe I'll do that. So maybe knight b3 is not that bad. Takes, and then prepare b5. But I think I can manage that. Yeah, you can look up my game against Hamdouche. I'm really happy about my play there. Okay, let's just go g4. I'm playing on white squares here. So f takes g4 opens up that diagonal, and on this move I was planning to take. And this pawn I can take whenever I want to. So maybe I do queen d3 first. g6, and I'm gonna try to attack the king. So my king is safe, relatively safe. So queen would go somewhere now, queen b7. And I'm not sure whether... Yeah, I think I can take that pawn, but I want to go king a2 and then rook b1. Yeah, okay, h5. Let's go. If g5, I'm going h6 to create a... Okay, knight is going to b4, I guess, but that's desperation in my point of view. So now my bishop goes here. And I'm dominating on all sides of the board. e4 is a desperate try for black, I would say. But I just take with the knight. Another reason why I put the pawn here, I don't want that bishop to end up here and then maybe e4. Although I can put my knight maybe on the next move to e4 just to stop any counterplay whatsoever. Okay. Should I just walk in with my pieces? I like this bishop on c6. It's just completely cutting off black's position in half. Rook a7. Knight b5, rook e7. I don't see a follow-up yet, but maybe I don't need one. b4 would be a good plan for me to execute in this position. e8. Let's say rook e1. Bishop a5, rook, bishop b3. I think I'm gonna do the following. I'm just gonna move my king to g2 and then push b4. Because I don't see... Okay, no, I wanna put my rook on h5. I wanna improve my rook first. And ask the question, how are you holding all these weaknesses? So far black is holding. How can I break its breakthrough? Takes. Yeah, I guess I should take. And then... King a2 maybe. Knight c7. I want some combination, but I don't see it. Queen c3. I want to look at that king. Takes. I want to take with the pawn. But then c4, the bishop is escaping. So I just want that bishop to stay forever a bad piece. Now f4 is hanging. That's why rook f6. Okay. Now my rook comes back to h5. And now, what's next? g5 maybe? Then f4. Ouch! Why did I blunder that one? Okay, it's not I'm not losing, but I should see moves like that. And now it's time for the bishop to come back to the square. It's the most crushing. Two pawns up, that should be enough. Now my queen is coming from the other side. Exchanging queens, the a pawn should decide. There could be some weird fortresses, but it doesn't seem that way to me. c5 is my next move. Even two pawns up in a different colored bishop endgame may not be enough. And I think my pawn is now unstoppable. Yeah, my pawn is... Okay, that was a good win, but I guess the... Rook f5, free queen? Really? I had a free queen? When? Oh my god, that's... Thank you, that was really a free queen. Wow, okay. That... I was too technical, exchanging pieces, you know, just attack the queen and win. Okay, and that would be our last game. Our last game, so... Alright, e4. I haven't played Caro-Kann yet. Let's try Caro-Kann. Let's just play this one. It's quite popular these days. Artemiev is playing it. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. There's also links in the description about my works that I did for Udemy. Please visit arabchess.org. You can find the courses there that are in progress. Rook e1, I think it's knight e2 and h5. And now h5. This is a very surprising line. In recent years it became really popular. Like, it looks ridiculous. h5, white has the center, black is just pushing that pawn away. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell to get notifications when I'm gonna be playing next. This is a very weird line. If white castles short, it's queen c7. If white castles long, which looks very logical and promising, this is very surprising that it's really hard to use the fact that that pawn has pushed so far. Interesting. h3. Never seen this move before. Usually this knight is going either like this or through d7 to b6. So here I'm inclined to go that way. I don't want to close my bishop. I cannot really explain it. I think also knight d7, knight f8 is also very typical to hold all these squares. So yes, my knight is coming to d5 now, where it would be quite well placed, putting pressure on that person on e3. g4. So usually the idea is that I push h4 and somehow it is really hard to open more files. But now I'm thinking to include knight here. Let's include this move. Bishop goes to d2. Well, if capture, I get two bishops, although maybe I should not have done it. Capture is a good move. Takes, 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 long castle, and then rook is... Oh, I did not consider this move. Okay. I think I just go h4 now. Yeah. And it's really weird. Come on, h5, h4? You're not supposed to push pawns away from your king, especially with different castles. And yet it is... Okay, I'm not 100% sure that it is working in this particular position. Looking fresh today. Thank you so much. I did get good sleep and yeah, I did some tactical puzzles. All right. What's next? If I go queen e2, don't I just win? Bishop f4. Queen takes e2 is a nice move, but it's not winning. So let's just go queen e7. I'm attacking the bishop. Bishop f4 may be playable for white. Bishop f4. If queen takes e2, there's bishop takes d6. Queen takes e2 is a nice move to play after bishop f4, but it's not working. So on bishop f4, I'm gonna take on f4, knight takes, and I'm gonna push like a5 or something. I think I would do that. But then rook e1 is coming. Yeah. Yeah, I should have taken that bishop right away. Okay, takes. Now knight is coming to h5. I don't like it. And rook is coming to e1. Yeah, I messed up a little bit. a2 is hanging. There's alignment here. Semi-protected piece on f4. And yet I cannot do anything about that. Rook e1 is coming. Maybe just bishop d7. Bishop d7, knight g2 is also coming. Aha, knight g2. I don't like knight g2 now. So what do I do? Yeah, I'm in trouble. I should have taken that bishop. Okay, I'm gonna focus now. Ridiculous. I may lose this one. White's king is safe. My white squares are weak. f3 was much better. Yeah, I'm winning. Okay. Yeah, I got lucky. I had a very bad position. Okay, good game. You also played well, but I'm not even sure if I increased rating. Yeah, I think I did increase a little bit, but not so much. Okay, that was Amro from Lebanon. We worked together many years ago. I think I was only starting as a coach when we were working together. Yes, you will see more challenges with Arab players in the future. Do subscribe to my channel, like the video, click on the bell button. You can click on my picture on the right bottom corner of in YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, there are only few people watching on Twitch. Thank you all for watching, and I would say I was really focused today. Thank you so much. Last time I lost the game, I lost rating. I was really not happy with my performance, and I do have my as a professional chess player and coach, I don't like to do a bad job, so I really did my best today. And thank you, Amro, again. Thank you, ChessBase Arabia. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you all. Subscribe to my channel to get notifications about future streams like this. I hope you enjoyed it. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just maybe address one question from the chat. What's your PhD about? Okay, it's not chess related, but it's about functional analysis and Hardy type spaces. Hold on a second, I know it in Ukrainian, in English it's much harder. Basically it's functional analysis, and I haven't done math in 8 years, so I like it, but that was too difficult to me. All right, could have won the queen in one of previous games. Thank you all for watching. I don't see any questions. You're welcome to ask one now, but otherwise I think that if you want my answers, comment this video, please, once I'm done streaming. Take care, all of you. I enjoyed this one. Take care, and goodbye.